5 reasons why your New Year's resolutions are going to fail. Well, first off, you're already using them as an excuse to fail, to delay and put off and prevent, and I'll get to it in the new year. 2020's already been a mess. I am depressed and stressed and would love to be healthier or work harder or pursue my dreams, but now's not the time. The 1st of January, though, that's when it's all going to change. That's when the world's going to open up. It'll become my oyster, and I will have the opportunity finally to pursue my dreams. Just like last year and the year before it and the year long before that. Now, 2020 has been a shitty year. It has been a hard year. Do not get me wrong. You have every reason in the book to maybe not be as productive or proficient or have bad days or need to take time to pursue and develop and work on yourself. But the New Year's resolution is not going to solve that. And so, lucky for you, I'm here letting you know you're already going to fail them anyway. You've been using the New Year's resolution as an excuse to not get started for way too long. And you're going to continue doing that afterwards. It's just going to be something else. It's going to be next week or next month or next New Year's. I mean, think about when you thought of your New Year's resolution or when you thought of the thing that you'd like to do in 2021. Why didn't you start then? What was it that prevented you from starting then? And if you have a good excuse, let me know in the comment down below because I'd love to hear it. But here's my thing. Your New Year's resolution will fail because you're already not willing or able or committed or frustrated enough to put in the time to get started now. Because if you really were done with being in debt, done with being overweight or unhealthy, done with being emotionally unstable, done with the career you're currently in, done with not having a creative outlet, done with the relationship, done with whatever it is you're frustrated with, if you really were ready to make a change, you would have had to start already. No exceptions, no capitulations, no delaying it for New Year, because 2021, spoiler alert, is going to be just as complicated as 2020. It feels different. It's the same old, right? 2020 sucked. Sucked for a lot of people. It's okay. It's allowed to. Life is hard, and it's going to be that way. 2021 might be better, and I certainly hope it is, but it's not going to be better because it is a new year. That's not the point. So, if you really want to start, screw your resolution. Figure out what you are upset enough with to get started immediately. Because again, the first point of this, the whole idea, you're already using New Year's resolutions as an excuse to not do the thing that you're hoping to do on or with your New Year's resolution. And you want to know how I know this? It's my second point here. Last year's failed as well. And the year before that, and the year before that, you keep having this perpetual system of dedicating yourself to doing a New Year's resolution or doing a purposeful thing at the start of this new year, new me. Our culture pumps it into you. They sell you items, convince you that that's all it takes for you to get something done, for you to move forward. And the reality of it is, they fail. They fail because you're not ready, not able, because the culture and climate and society sells you, because you forget that the new year does not in fact mean a new you. You're going to be faced with the same struggles, the same problems, the same complications, the same issues that you're already faced with. If you're in debt, you're still going to be in debt. If you are sad and depressed, you're still going to be there. If you're overweight and not exercising or eating well, if you are upset with your job or your career, 2021 is not in fact a new you. It's the same old you. And that's good news and bad news. The bad news is you're still going to have to overcome, push through, and accomplish everything on your own. It is still all on your shoulders. But here's the good news. You're a badass. You're able to do this. 2021 doesn't have to be a new you. Don't reinvent the wheel. Improve yourself. Develop. Finally press forward and move one step at a time in the right direction. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't compare yourself to the other season. Be a little bit farther ahead than you were yesterday. And if you find that you're not, discover why and then press forward again. Last year's failed. The year before that failed. They continue to do so. Don't continue that cycle, right? It doesn't have to be that way. But it will be. If you set them, if you establish New Year's resolutions, if you think that this next year, this will be where the new me really shows up. Point number 3, you're bragging about it. You're telling everyone. You're watching these videos, you're sharing the conversation, you're letting people know what you're going to do differently in 2021, who you're going to be, and guess what? Your brain loves that. It loves the idea of New Year's resolutions, that reward, the endorphin rush, the idea of letting everyone know, I'm going to go to the gym every single day of the week. I'm going to write that book finally. I'm going to invent that game. I'm going to develop, read, pursue, do. My New Year's resolution is going to be amazing. And the endorphins that you get really make it feel like your New Year's resolution is going to be amazing. In fact, psychologically, you're already rewarded enough by telling people what you're going to do that your brain and body aren't convinced that you actually have to do it. Look it up. I mean, the science is all there. It's actually pretty fascinating. The idea that in the act of bragging and telling people what you plan to do, you make it so that you won't do it. So here's my advice to you. Don't tell anyone what you want to do this year. Don't brag about it, talk about it, commit it to yourself. And talk about it when you've won, when you've accomplished something, when you've overcome and struggled through. Because then you'll have the stability and the security and the position to brag. I'm really proud of where I am, of what we've overcome this year. But I didn't go out there telling people I was going to do it. I did it. And next year's the same thing. I've got ideas and concepts. I'm sharing those with you, but I'm not reaping rewards from telling you what I hope to do. I'm telling you I'm already doing it. I'm already here. I'm already producing. I'm already starting, right? And I'm telling you that I'm going to continue. But I don't have any New Year's resolutions. I don't need them. Everything I want to do next year, I started a month ago, or a week ago, or I'll start 2 weeks into January. Whenever I have the time, energy, and focus, whenever I'm frustrated enough with my current position that I have to. But I'm doing it. I hope you are too. Don't talk about it. You'll screw yourself over if you do. Even to your loved ones, your spouses, especially to them. Do it. Prove them wrong. And then brag about it when it's time to talk about your accomplishments and not your promises. Number 4, you're not frustrated enough. You don't care enough, right? I mean, if you did, you would have changed. If you were really frustrated enough to have the type of revelation that you're looking for in the new year, if you were really committed enough, you would have already started. Because here's the reality of it. The new you, again, it's still you. It's still you sitting behind the computer, watching way too much YouTube, eating too many Doritos, stuffing your time with useless tasks, playing way too many video games. I don't know what you do. I mean, I'm listing a plethora of things, right? But if you were done, if you were ready to change, you would have already started, or you will already start. I have a video that I'm working on that is talking to you about how excited I am that you are frustrated. I want you there. I want you upset with where you are. I want you ready to make a change. I want you committed and determined, and I want you to have never again moments. Never again will I be there. I want you running away from who you could be in 5 years if you make no changes. But you're not there yet. Not if you're setting New Year's resolutions. You're not truly done yet. I want you there. Half of the point of this video is to get you there. I hope you're watching this. I hope you're here. I hope you're on this minute right now frustrated with me for telling you you're going to fail. Because here's the reality of it. I think you are. So prove me wrong. But you won't. You're not frustrated enough. Fifth reason why your New Year's resolution will fail. Because you watched this video. I mean, I hope that's the best reason possible. I just told you that it doesn't matter, that they can fail, that you're allowed to let them go, that starting and setting a date for a New Year's resolution doesn't make sense. It's an idea that is built into the fabric of our psychology that feels rewarding, it feels good, but when it actually comes to creating real lasting impact and change on your life, it does little to nothing. And you watch this video, which means your New Year's resolution will fail. And then you'll get tired, and you'll get frustrated, and you'll remember what I'm saying now. At least some of you will. And hopefully you'll take action. Instead of delaying, instead of holding off for next week or next month or next Monday or in the next hour, you'll start. And you'll take one step at a time, and you'll be quiet about it. And you'll be ready to brag about it when you win. I hope your New Year's resolutions fail. Because I hope you're doing something better. I hope you're working and improving and starting something new. Don't get caught up into the hype or the sway or the conversations around 2021 is going to be so much better than 2020. It doesn't have to be. It might not be. Your perspective matters. The way you approach it matters. Your own determination and frustration, that matters. So, there's 5 reasons why your New Year's resolutions are going to fail. Let me know if I'm wrong or right. Let me know what your New Year's resolutions are down in the comments down below. And share this video with someone who has been bragging about what they're going to be doing come 2021. And with that, I'll see you in the new year.